A toxic relationship is like a bad cold you can't shake. It lingers, making every day feel heavier and more difficult. It drags you down and makes you feel lousy, affecting not just your mood, but your overall well-being. It's a relationship where one or both partners feel drained, unhappy, and even unsafe. The emotional toll can be overwhelming. Instead of feeling supported and loved, you might feel constantly criticized, manipulated, or controlled. The trust and respect that should be the foundation of any relationship are often missing. It's important to remember that toxic relationships aren't always about yelling and screaming. They can be insidious, creeping into your life in subtle ways. Sometimes it's the subtle digs, the constant negativity, or the feeling of walking on eggshells that can be just as damaging. These small, persistent issues can erode your self-esteem and sense of self-worth over time. The bottom line is this: if a relationship consistently leaves you feeling worse than you did before, it's time to take a hard look at what's going on. Recognizing the signs is the first step towards making a change for the better. So how do you know if you're in a toxic relationship? Start by looking for red flags. One of the biggest ones is constant conflict. Every couple argues, but in a healthy relationship, you can disagree respectfully and find solutions. In a toxic relationship, arguments are explosive, unresolved, and often used as a way to control or belittle the other person. Another red flag is a lack of support. A healthy relationship is a two-way street where both partners encourage each other's growth and happiness. In a toxic relationship, one partner might sabotage the other's success or dismiss their feelings. Jealousy, possessiveness, and controlling behavior are also major warning signs. Now let's talk about how men fit into all of this. Men, like anyone else, can find themselves caught in the web of toxic relationships. Men can be victims of toxic relationships just like anyone else. They might feel isolated, misunderstood, and trapped in a cycle of negativity. They might experience emotional abuse, manipulation, or even physical violence. These experiences can leave deep emotional scars and affect their mental health. Unfortunately, many men have been raised with the idea that they need to be tough and unemotional, which can make it harder for them to open up about what they're going through. This societal expectation can prevent them from seeking the help they need. On the flip side, men can also contribute to toxic dynamics. This might look like aggression, controlling behavior, or an inability to communicate effectively. This might look like aggression, controlling behavior, or an inability to communicate effectively. These behaviors can create a toxic environment that affects everyone involved. It's important to remember that toxic behavior is never acceptable, regardless of gender. Both men and women need to work towards healthier ways of interacting. We all have a responsibility to treat each other with respect and understanding. By fostering empathy and open communication, we can build stronger, healthier relationships. Section 4. Breaking free steps to address toxic behaviors. So, what can you do if you recognize toxic behaviors in your relationship? It's a tough situation, but there are steps you can take to address it. The first step is to acknowledge that there's a problem. This can be difficult, but it's crucial for moving forward. Don't brush it under the rug or make excuses for your partner's behavior. Recognizing the issue is the foundation for change. Once you've acknowledged the issue, you can start to set boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your emotional and mental health. This means communicating your needs and limits clearly and firmly. Be honest and direct about what you can and cannot tolerate. Remember, you have the right to say no to anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. Your well-being should always come first. It's also important to take care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. This means prioritizing your own well-being by engaging in activities that bring you joy, whether it's a hobby, exercise, or relaxation. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is also key. Friends and family can provide the emotional support you need, and don't hesitate to seek professional help if needed. Therapists and counselors can offer valuable guidance and support. Section 5. Seeking help. You're not alone. Asking for help can be tough, but it's one of the bravest things you can do. If you're struggling in a toxic relationship, don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist, counselor, or trusted friend or family member. They can provide a listening ear, guidance, and support as you navigate this difficult time. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. Don't be afraid to reach out. Section 6. Finding peace, moving towards healthy relationships. Breaking free from a toxic relationship can be a long and challenging journey, but it's possible. By understanding the signs of toxicity, addressing your own behaviors, and seeking support, you can start to create healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Remember, you deserve to be treated with love, respect, and kindness. Don't settle for anything less.